welcome to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. Today's pick a card topic is a no contact reading, someone in no contact from you, and what do they need you to know about their feelings. The reasons for the no contact can be varied, you know, because we're dealing with the collective energy, but what do they need you to understand about their feelings? What do they need you to know in this no contact situation? I welcome back all of my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys for your beautiful comments, and thank you for your encouragement to each other in the comment section as well. A big congratulations to this month's winner of the free tarot reading. And as I said in my last video, I am going to be drawing another name this week. So be sure to drop your comments below. And if you are stumbling across the channel for the very first time, I do pick a card readings on this channel. I do try to release multiple times a week, and I do offer a chance for my subscribers to win a free tarot reading as a thank you, as a giveaway for your presence here. All you have to do is drop your comments beneath this video or any video that you watch. Leave your, you don't have to leave anything, you can leave an emoji. You just have to hit your notification bell so that I can reach out to you via the comment section to let you know that you're the winner, and I give you clear indications on how to reach out to me and get the ball rolling. So be sure to not get scammed. I will never send, you know, random DMs offering readings. So be sure to keep yourself protected here and on Instagram as well. But for today's topic, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, in this no contact situation, what do they need you to know? Pile number 1 says, all must have its prizes. Pile number 2 with the yellow flower that says growing up. And pile number 3 with the pink flower that says keeping up. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting, and I'm going to jump into pile number 1, no contact. What do they need you to know? Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the orange flower and to the all must have its prizes, and this is your reading on no contact situation with the person on your mind. What do they need you to know in this moment? Now, first of all, it's number 13, the card that you were drawn to, and this is an Alice in Wonderland oracle, but you can see that Alice is holding on to what I see as almost a salt shaker. It has this big bright spot in the middle of it, and then we have this dodo bird, and the dodo bird is extinct. And we often use the phrase, you know, go the way of the dodo when we're talking about something that's ending or going to be extinct forever. And there's like salt in the wounds of this. You can see that Alice also has her eyes filled with tears. There's a lot of sadness coming in here from your person in no contact. You may also be mirroring some of this feeling, and the empowerment is starting to wane. I don't feel like they feel very confident in this present moment either. It's like the more time that goes by, or the reality of this being gone in a permanent type of way, is just rubbing salt in the wounds. So let's take a look and see. We'll use the Alice in Wonderland Tarot for you to begin this reading. Oops. Ignore that. What do they need you to know, pile number 1? We do have the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the pair, the lovers. We have the Fool. And we have the King of Pentacles. I just heard I fooled myself. Back of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Wands. Now, the Six of Pentacles is about a giving and receiving of information or communication between the two of you, and they are seeking out more. They want more information from you. Part of their message about what they really need you to know is that they need information. They need clarity. They need closure in this connection, in this situation. They do feel like they want you to understand that they know that they self-sabotaged. They know that they played a huge role. And they want you to know that if your birthday might have just passed, because they're talking about your birthday and how they celebrated, or they thought about you, or there was an influence around your birthday. They were really thinking about you. And that may have happened in the recent past. So happy birthday if that message is resonating with you in this moment. But it's not about just thinking about you. This person needs you to know that they're always thinking about you. The Nine of Swords is torment. somebody who can't stop thinking because they've created such a habit out of it. They also want you to know that they felt like the two of you were equally matched and are equally matched. They get the impression that you feel the same way, or they want to believe that you feel the same way. They're hoping beyond hope that they are not alone in this, and that they don't have to feel foolish because of this momentum surrounding, is this real? Is this all in my head? This connection that we shared, is it all in my head or was it real? Did you feel it too? They desperately want to tell you how much they still care and how much they still value you, how much they still look to you for positive aspects. It's like you're an escapism. They escape to memories of you. They're also talking about the two of you being equally yoked in life in this moment. So they do want to talk to you about commitment cycles, and they may understand if you are a part of one in this moment, or they may be a part of one, but you act as this beautiful temptation even in amidst that cycle if they may be a part of one. And also they're saying that although they're taking responsibility for their half of things, especially in the past of this connection, they say that the two of you played an equal role in what brought the two of you here. And so they want to know if you're both now sharing an equal sort of part of that burden of like the weight of that, the weight of the unknown, the weight of the known. It's like, are you also sharing that half of the burden? And I keep hearing, I fooled myself. And I sabotaged the situation because I waited, and I was waiting for you. And so they know that now that was foolish of them to wait for something that they really desperately wanted. They should have taken the bull by the horns and really taken action on their own. We have the 10 of Swords. And with the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, that's the 19 of the Sun. And they desperately want to say as well that they finally see clearly. They see things clearly, but what they've seen, and the truth is very bittersweet, because with the revelation comes the loss. It's like, I see who you are, I see what the opportunity was, but oh my goodness, what a huge loss that's been. What a huge revelation. And it doesn't give them a lot of hope that there's potential for more in the future, because in this present moment, because they do feel like position is in the way. They also want to share with you some of the disappointment, the heartbreak that they're feeling, the emotional feeling that they've had when they came to the epiphany about who you are. Because the Lovers is a card of deep, deep connection. It's not just a physical card. It's not just a card about decisions, although that could be present in this connection for both of you. Being drawn towards choices between parties, for instance. But it's a card of deep connection, and how you both loved each other, or you both cared about each other so much in the past, but you both were waiting. I almost feel like you were thick as thieves or best friends or something like that in the past. Always together, joined at the hip, literally. Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles reversed, and the 3 of Cups reversed. Also the 9 of Cups. They also desperately want to tell you, they really need you to know that this was not friendship for them. If you were best friends, this was never friendship for them. They got very jealous. They still get jealous when it comes to you. And they do feel very stuck in a very strong rut in this moment, because some things have changed. A lot of things have changed for this person in the practical sense, but some things never change. And those things are in relation to you. They get jealous now, even if they don't have the ability or the right to be jealous. They want to come forward in a reunion, but they don't know if that's going to be supported, if you will feel like it's too big of a risk. And so there's a feeling of like, I see clearly now, but that has taken a toll. Your card says all must have its prizes, trying to please everyone. And ultimately, in this moment, they may not be as focused on their desires or being willing to admit what they really want out of this connection even today, because they're feeling like they made their bed and they have to lie in it. They also want you to understand, like, they're bringing it back to youth. They're saying, I had a huge crush on you. It's like, didn't you see that I had a huge crush on you? And they can't find solutions that don't include great risk in this moment. So they feel very stuck. But they don't want the immediate appearances of things to tell you the truth of how they feel, because the truth is wrapped up in all of the complexities and wrapped up in all of the sort of the conflicts and the obstacles in this situation now. There may not have been obstacles like this in the past of this connection. The obstacle may have just been them, but those obstacles are present now. We do have 10 of Pentacles here with the 2 of Swords. So there could be an inability to commit in the present moment because of loyalty, but they want you to understand, despite immediate appearances of what you may know or observe in their situation, that their loyalty for you, although it may have to remain hidden, is still present. And in a perfect world, they would be able to take a stand. They are also saying that they never took a stand in the past because they didn't have the experience or the confidence to do so. And they're saying, they're calling themselves foolish. They're saying, I definitely had blinders on. I didn't exactly see until it was too late. What do they want you to know in no contact? I waited because I just wanted everything to be perfect. We have the 8. Sometimes the 8 of Wands I see in that, or the Strength energy. We also have here the Ace of Swords reversed coming out with the communication, truth, clarity, and success. They also want to tell you that stress really took a hold of them. Anxiety really took a hold of them, and they didn't have the courage to push through that anxiety. And even today, because they're still holding on to these feelings, they still don't know if they're strong enough, and that could be part of the salt in the wounds. Salt can purify, you know, it adds flavor, but it stings when it's in an open wound. I watch you, I just can't help it. And I know now that you were meant for me. It is coming in the reversal because they don't see the solutions. Even though they feel like the two of you should have been together, that this connection defied some type of reason, they still feel very helpless because of this 10 of Swords energy. They feel very helpless. Now, the feeling of helplessness and the actuality of helplessness are often very far apart. It says, I am still chained to my past and you are part of my past. You also entice them to break free of those chains, to find freedom from a toxic connection or find freedom from a limiting connection in the very least. And I'm afraid to look bad. I'm afraid to take my masks off. This was plaguing them. This challenge was plaguing them in the past as well when it came to you. And I feel like you may have shared that burden of being afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, afraid to take off masks. They have carried that aspect, that blockade with them into the future. We do have you make me feel at home, and they wish that they could go back to that home. And yet there's that message is that we can't go home again. I just heard we can't go home again. And in a perfect world, they would retrace their steps, they would start over, and they would take a very different path with you. What do they need you to know right now in no contact, please, for pile number 2? I feel like I've made my bed and now I have to lie in it. I am very tired of no contact. And that could be what has enticed them to watch you. They're also giving me an educational energy with the Page of Swords because he's the student of the deck. So you may have gone to school with this person in some capacity, or you've just had a lot of education surrounding each other and it's like an awakening. I want to come forward with an offer. They don't feel like they have solutions right this moment. And the truth is that I don't know that they have a lot of follow through. They want to come forward with an offer because I really want to see you again. To think that this is forever done is really painful, is a really painful truth for this person. I replay everything that happened in my mind over and over again. And back of the deck says, desperately, I want you to know that I want a new beginning. And even if their appearance of things, even if their position doesn't say that, these are the things that they really wish that they could tell you. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What was the last thought that this person had that they wish that they could have shared with pile number 1, please? 9 of Swords. It was overthinking. 10 of Swords. The last thought that they had, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is rushing forward with this thought. So this was a very fast incoming thought. It kind of hit them out of the blue. It was a thought filled with despair and wondering if there are solutions, and wishing that they could seek perspective from you to see if there are solutions, because sometimes all we need is encouragement from one side to find solutions. But it was definitely a limiting thought, definitely filled with some pain, some realities though. They're emphasizing the sun again in clarity. Oh, get another little pinch here in the bowl. We have Scorpio energy, and we do have balance, trying to keep my life in balance. We have C and A and R in the bowl. We also have here crystal ball. It's like if I could wave my magic wand or peer into my crystal ball. They're talking about crystal clear intentions, and they had big intentions, true intentions towards you. We do have the sun rune and direction moving forward. We have live your dream. And I feel like you're the dream. There's a feeling about dreaming about you, losing sleep over this connection, and the anchor reverse, so not knowing how to let go. Despite the fact that it says all must have its prizes, trying to please everyone, number 13, the death energy, they don't know how to accomplish that. We also have here the divine feminine with your intuition and trusting in the notes of your intuition. And you may have second guessed this person's feelings for you in the past as well. And the spirit says you should have trusted that intuition because it was telling you the truth. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. If it does, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so. I also have a link below for Etsy for personal reading if you feel called to. And I hope that you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. And I hope that you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the yellow flower or to the growing up card, and this is your reading. This no contact situation that you find yourself in, what do they need you to know despite the no contact? This is number 17, Aquarius energy. It says growing up, wanting to grow in experience, and a rejection of perpetual youth. They are emphasizing the Cheshire Cat, and every time I see the Cheshire Cat, I think of an enigmatic smile, a Cheshire Cat smile, so somebody who has a great smile, a very flirtatious type of smile. I also think about a lack of direction with the Cheshire Cat. Somebody who doesn't know which direction they're going in, didn't give you a clear indication of which direction they wanted to take your connection in as well. And they are blaming the follies of youth or inexperience as the reason why they hesitated, the reason why they didn't take action, or they didn't take the appropriate action with you. They may have left you wondering, but they've now come to some type of conclusion, some type of awareness, and they could be focusing on healing as well. That could be why they really want to share something with you, why they want you to know what conclusion they've come to, or I feel like they almost want to give you a better understanding as to why. The whys of this connection. The why didn't I act? The why did I confuse you? The why was there this cat and mouse game between the two of us in this moment? For some reason, they're highlighting Winnie the Pooh. So I don't know if that's going to resonate with anyone. They're highlighting Winnie the Pooh. So please take that as it resonates. That might resonate with someone. So what do they need you to know? We're going to start with tarot, and we're going to move into some message cards. We have the 9 of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. And together that's the 19 of the Sun. So there's clarity here. There's an acknowledgement about a foundation of commitment, and this could be a commitment that they've made to themselves, to you, to other people, but they're acknowledging a commitment cycle, and they don't want to mess up any cycles. This is not what this message is about messing anything up for you or creating havoc in your life. They respect the position that you're in right now, especially if you have a family in this moment. They respect you and the career paths that you've taken. Like there's just a very strong amount of clarity over you and clarity over their own hesitations as well. They feel like they've gained pearls of wisdom over the years, is what I just heard. We have the Knight of Wands. And they also want to say that in the past, they may have given you the impression that they were only after one thing. We have the Six of Swords. We have the King of Swords. And they definitely are saying that I have grown up. And they could be the Aquarius energy here. They're talking about when they, in the past, when the two of you were interacting, there was this uncertainty about where they wanted to go. And they may have given you the impression that they didn't want to commit to you, or that you weren't important, or that you were just a pastime of some kind. And they definitely want to squash that truth. They want to say it was me. It was definitely not you. And they've come to terms with that, or they've come to a revelation. I don't think they completely understood that in the past, or what their actions towards you were creating in your soul. I don't think they wouldn't recognize it. They would refuse to, because they didn't want to deal with the consequences of their actions back then. But there's been change. There's been movement for them. I feel like they've actually lost some people in their life, which has really changed their perspective. It's just giving them a sense of timing and of importance. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups coming in the reversal. And again, they're not trying to emphasize that they're trying to butter you up, to try to convince you to reunite with them or recapture something. They know that they did not offer you the amount of support that you deserved in the past. They know that. And they are feeling very vulnerable about that regard. Like they feel bad about it, about not offering you the support. And they are talking about almost like a friends with benefits situation, or something that didn't really move into commitment cycles between the two of you. It may have been very fiery, but it may not have moved into commitment cycles. They know it's unrealistic to get back what you guys had. They know it's unrealistic for them to get into your good graces in this moment, because there's that Queen of Swords. And you may have created very firm boundaries with this person, which is why it's in no contact, which is why they need you to know these things, so that you don't forever go into the unknown with this opinion of them and with this opinion of the time that you spent together. Whoops. They see that you're moving on, or that you have moved on since they've been in contact with you. They see that you're taking leadership roles in your life. Again, the Queen of Swords is not afraid to move forward towards her highest good. And with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, you may have moved into a very abundant position in your career. You may be moving in the right direction towards, your commitment cycles. Things look like they're moving forward well for you. And so they don't want to mess anything up. They just want you to understand that they see their behaviors now. And I feel like they're almost embarrassed by them. And they understand that they left you with a lack of closure and a lack of clarity. We have the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, very strong in this pile. You may both be air signs here. They may be a fire energy. There's a really strong emphasis between Leo and Libra right this moment. And the truth is, that's a really good combo. Libra and Aquarius, or sorry, Leo and Aquarius, even better. Seven of Wands. They feel like they made things harder for you. And that's something that they want to adjust. They feel like they made things harder for you. And they want you to know that if you internalized that, or you struggled with the things that they influenced towards you, or if you struggled with their actions or their lack of action towards you, they understand that they had blinders on, and they're like, I know what I've lost now. I see things clearly now. That may not help you from what you've experienced in the past, but they're hoping that it can help you to continue that healing cycle so that you don't carry that weight with you. And they're sort of blaming their own insecurity, their own fear, their immaturity, their youth. They're blaming all of these aspects as to why my heart was closed, why I wasn't ready, why I couldn't decide what I wanted in this connection. It's like I had these blinders on. I didn't listen to my own intuition. I didn't listen to my heart. I listened to my ego, which was encouraging me to just keep it rolling, just keep things moving. They know that they messed up a good thing because they know that they could be standing with you if they had just treated you right. There is an emphasis on wanting to reach out to you online, and they may have in the past to try to clear out some clutter, but they may have had a challenge to get to you because I'm looking at this little cup down here that's been blocked. Like there is a little lines across like a cage. So I feel like maybe you've blocked them because they're claiming that they've tried to reach out to you, or they've sought you out online and they just can't seem to connect with you. I'm showing the Two of Cups on the back of the deck as well. Hermit energy, Virgo, and you have the Four of Cups, and here is the World. And there's the Temperance. They are claiming that it took them some time to come to these conclusions. So there may have been a lengthy enough delay where it frustrated you. And now with the Hermit, with this revelation, with this truth, they know that all they can do is sit in their own reality. They know that they can't do anything about it. They know that they may have made you feel overlooked and ignored and not important. And that's something that now they feel like they're facing the justice of that. They feel like they're now feeling ignored and overlooked, and that they're not important to you. And they may have been a very strong focus for you in the past, and so they really kind of took that for granted and relied on that quite a bit. It just feels like this. I'm hearing that song from Britney Spears, "This Song Is My Sorry." So this feels like a huge apology, pile two. What do they need you to know in no context? We have telepathically communicate with me coming in the reversal because they feel like they have to just do that because they can't contact you, because there's been some type of blockade there, or they just can't get a hold of you. Or they're too intimidated to approach you. Just know that I'm obsessed. They can't stop thinking about it. They're going over and over in their mind. I do want us to be in a relationship. And we saw that Two of Cups, but they know it might be an unrealistic hope in this present moment. They don't deserve it. It's what I just heard. It's like, I don't deserve it, but I'm ready now for a relationship, or I would be ready today. I've grown up a lot. I want to reject all of that. I want something real. You really are the best thing that ever happened to me. Ooh. I have been hurting without you. You have no idea. And I really want to make things right if you would only give me that opportunity. Now, for some of you, again, you're in the healing process. You may be really focused on career, really focused on building for yourself, really focused on independence. And so you may not be in the mindset. You may have communicated to them in the past of like, I'm done. I'm going to focus on me now. And it's interesting that the moment you shift that gaze, all of a sudden they're like, well, I'm ready. I'm ready. I have an offer for you on the back of that deck. I really do miss you a lot is coming through as well. What do they need you to know in this moment, please, and no contact? They're also claiming that they'll be patient for you. That they'll be patient. I'm afraid to contact you. Maybe they can't get a hold of you, or again, they're intimidated by that Queen of Swords. She doesn't like doing it, but she's not afraid to hold her boundaries. She's wielding that sword. She could cut your head off. I left before you could leave me. And they are blaming their actions, their restlessness on insecurity of trying to protect a guarded heart space with the Two of Swords. It's like, if I just leave, then I don't have to face the fear of loss, and I don't have to face the fear of a decision moving forward. I couldn't let you get close to me because they were focusing on their perpetual youth. I do regret lying to you, and I can feel you leaving me behind. We also have here, I left when I saw you with someone. So if you've started to transition into new connections, you came closer to anyone, or closer than anyone, to a breakthrough. And I know that you were the best thing in my life. On the back of that deck. This person, I will admit, feels very apologetic. But in the Divine Feminine's gaze, she may be saying this is a little too late. I keep hearing that song by JoJo. It's just a little too late. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What was the last thought this person had with pile number 2 that they wish that they could share? We have the 4 of Swords. They feel kind of burnt out. It's like they're restless. They're ready to come back to the world. They know that they sabotaged a really good thing, and there's a feeling about not getting any reward. It's like, because I avoided the work, I haven't received the reward, and now I'm sitting here in a state of stagnation. So they're really thinking about wanting to act, wanting to reach out to you, but questioning whether or not they're actually ready to put in the practical work and not self-sabotage another opportunity. Wondering what you would say if they said they were ready to fight for this. We do have I will coming in the reversal. We have feel. We have the letter N and I. We have the in. Somebody who wants to get back into your experience, into your life. We have the strawberry. I do think of Aquarius energy with the strawberry, so very strong focus on air elements here. And the number 17, the age 17 could be significant. It says, do as you would be done by. It's almost too simple, but it's all you need to get by. And that may be a huge theme in this connection, because they didn't do unto you as you were doing unto them. And now they're suffering that consequence. We have the Degas ruin, which is a dawn ruin. So somebody who's seeing the dawn for the first time. And we do have the pig, and that's a symbol of greed. So beware of greed. Maybe this person acted very greedy in the past. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below. And I hope that you have a beautiful day and you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the pink flower and to the keeping up card, and this is your reading. Your person in no contact, what do they need you to know in this present moment, despite the no contact between the two of you? First of all, they're holding on to a timepiece, a pocket watch. It says keeping up, immense effort and advancement. All of these blue flowers here, I often think of the forget-me-not when I see a blue flower. And so there's a feeling about them keeping tabs on you, and they are watching your progress, and they're afraid that you're leaving them behind a little bit. Like they're starting to feel left behind, and they know that they should be moving forward, but it feels like it takes a lot of effort for them to move out of the past and try to find solutions for themselves. There is definitely a sense of sadness here while they watch you progress. And I'm hearing that song, you know, when the heart breaks, it doesn't break even, or break even by the script. I'm going to use the Darkwood Tarot for you to begin. But what do they need you to know in this no contact situation? 5 of Cups. This little rabbit. All of that wine spilt. They are in mourning. And it feels like they don't feel like they can do anything about it in this present moment, but they want you to know that they're in mourning and that they feel the loss, that they know what they've lost. We have the Wheel of Fortune. They're also claiming that you are a huge part of their awakening. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the 4 of Cups. Back of the deck, we do have the Hierophant. And I feel like this energies that just wagged its finger at me. It's like it just went, like there's a feeling of ascension. There's a feeling of wanting to make progress and being brought to the edge of progress with you, but then being warned or feeling fear about the future, and so holding back. They're also speaking about a fear of the future in this moment, of fear of what's going to happen from this point, because they're already stuck in this mourning period when it comes to you. There's the High Priestess. They feel like you are a secret they have to keep, or they have to keep this feeling inside of themselves, and it is an immense effort because they want to talk with you. I mean, an opportunity with you would be great, but in a perfect world that would happen, but in the very least they want to talk with you. And they are holding back, but they're also holding on. It feels dangerous to try to reach out to you in some way. We have the Ten of Swords supporting the Five of Cups. And this is definitely highlighting the helplessness that they're feeling. They want you to know that they are watching you and that there's almost an obsessive quality to them watching you. There's a feeling of having this over-emotional response to loss. And especially when the reality hit that it is what it is and there's not much that they can accomplish or do, that really stuck them on that beach of empowerment. But whatever effort they applied to you needs to be adjusted, or else they can never gain any type of progress. Even the application of strength that they're applying towards healing or advancement, even that's going to require a shift in their efforts as well. We have the Three of Pentacles. They're also claiming that they're right where you left them. And now this, I'm almost feeling like a geographical sense. It's like I'm back in our hometown, or I'm right where we grew up, or something like that. But also in a metaphoric way, in an emotional sense, not much has changed. They feel kind of stagnant and stuck. Because it just feels like I'm getting the sense of it is what it is with my feelings. Like it just is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. They wonder if communication with you could help, but they know that now may not be the time to approach. There could be danger associated with the approach and not holding back. And they also want you to know that they do want to communicate, but they understand that there could be a huge consequence to that for you or for them. So they're hiding their truth in plain sight. And I just got this message about like the internet, Facebook or Instagram, somebody who's making posts that are a little bit elusive or that might be a little confusing, but they are hiding truths. So they're posting a really emotional poem or something like that, and there's a link to how they feel there, but they're not being obvious with it. They're not naming names. What do they need you to know? They need you to know that they're holding back, but not because they want to. And I feel like they obsessively think about you. Like you're all they think about all of the time. There's a feeling about losing sleep and about how they don't know how much longer they can do this. They don't know how much longer it takes so much of their energy to be stuck in this cycle, in this karmic loop. And you can see here with the High Priestess, they're unscrolling the scroll and it says tarot on the scroll. So they're trying to communicate through this reading the things that they need you to know, despite the fact that they feel they have to hold back in this moment. We have the Strength. Back of the deck is the Ten of Cups with the Hierophant. We also have the King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra. There's somebody here that could be a part of a karmic relationship who's really concerned about foundations in this moment, and that's why we're being held back. And so this could be your situation or theirs, and that's why they're holding back. And I feel like there could have been lengthy delays here as well. They want you to know that the helplessness that they feel is taking up a lot of their strength too. And you can even see here with these fox holding onto the gray rabbit. When I see the gray rabbit, or I see gray in general as a theme, I always think of the Hermit, and I always think of retreat, and I always think of trying to focus on what is possible versus what our fantasies are telling us. This is what it is mentality. They want reunions. They miss you in a very profound way. And there could have been friendship here. They're highlighting the Three of Cups. They're highlighting friendship, but they're also highlighting red tape around the friendship. So it wasn't actually a friendship. There was, both of you know that there was something about the two of you. It's like you were joined at the hip, or you were always together. Like there's just something about the fact that this was not friendship. If it was a friendship in your mind's eye, it wasn't actually friendship for them. But they see clearly now. First of all, I feel like they are watching you because they are trying to keep up with you. They're trying to keep up with what you've accomplished. And they do want you to know that they want you to be happy. Like, this full spectrum is not just about their full spectrum. It's about happiness and abundance and how you deserve it all. You deserve it all. They wish that they could be standing next to you in that beautiful capacity, but they know that that's not available to them, or it's not possible. And so they're mourning that. Now, it's not that there are insurmountable obstacles, no matter what the case is. It's that fear will tell us that we can't make changes. And if we keep focusing on fear, which is what this person may be kind of in the habit of doing, we don't get to see the solutions that are available to us because we never seek them out. What do they need you to know? That I just want you all the time, but that I don't think your family will like me. So there's a lack of support energy, or like politics. It's like practical politics that they have to abide by. I just heard law of the land. So it's like a collective expectation. I need more balance. They also want you to know that they are still, no matter what, even if you are leaving them behind, even if you've forgotten them, they are still holding space for you. You are still making an impact on their life in this moment. They don't know how, when, or if they can actually create change because they feel like it is what it is. But our first step towards solutions is recognizing what is in the present moment and then launching ourselves from there. It says here, we have the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. It says, happiness is my priority. And we have, I am absolutely in love with you. And they're very nostalgic when it comes to you. And not many people can hold a candle to the way that you have made them feel. And they didn't understand that, or they didn't experience that revelation, that truth, until they experienced others and the contrast of the human condition and everything that the collective and the collective experience has to offer us. I left because you told me to. It's like the Eight of Cups reversed, and they want to say that they want to come home. Like, it's like, I wish that you would come home. I want to come home. I'm hearing that Michael Bublé song. It's like a sad energy, especially around the holidays, perhaps too. There's a sadness, like all of these people in the world. I wish that I could return home base, because the truth is that I still want you. It's taking a lot of effort for them to maintain, because it's taking too long to create the clarity between the two of you. And they do feel like you're leaving them behind. What do they need you to know? And I feel like this is the crux. This is the truth, is that we should have built, but I was too afraid. And I know that I will always care about you. There's a permanency to the love in the Six of Cups. And they do feel like they should have been more generous with you, or you should have been more generous with each other. And they're longing for reunions. But they're also talking about children as a priority. So take that as it resonates. I am aglow with thoughts of you. This is a quote from a Sarah Harmer song. And it speaks of nostalgia and remembrance and thinking about things in the past. And they don't even care if those memories are real anymore. It's like all of the memories are just so mixed up together that they don't even know what's real and what's not. And it doesn't matter, because they're aglow with thoughts of you. It doesn't matter if they're true or not. They hold you in a very specific light. I want to make you my spouse one day. Is this connection real? Do you feel it too? I know what I want. I just don't know how to get there. And I know that you deserve better than this. I do feel like they're operating from a pretty limited mindset about themselves. I feel like they're feeling very low today. I am haunted by this connection. I am wearing a mask. They do feel like they were wearing a mask in the past. And we also have karmic lessons are at play here, and I'm stuck right now. So they could be stuck in a karmic trench, a karmic relationship perhaps. I really thought that it would be easier than this to walk away from this connection. It's on the back of that deck. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3, and look into the last thought that this person had about pile number 3 that they wish that they could share. Oh, I missed it. Hermit, Virgo energy. Maybe this person's a Virgo. We also have very strong Libra or Aquarius energy. Leo is here. Five of Wands reversed. The Judgment. The last thought that they had was about recapturing some type of harmony or some type of understanding, trying to push through the obstacles so that they can experience healing or a brand new perspective in this situation where they feel like they're grounded. They feel like they can't do anything. So there's still this desire to create an understanding for themselves and for you. And this was a thought that they wish they could share with you. A proclamation, taking baby steps towards release, perhaps. And wondering what you would do if they did reach out. We have the letter D and J, DJ. This could be a job. This could actually be initials as well. I have a nephew named DJ. We have and. We have find joy in the journey. And when I see temperance like that, there's a feeling about imbalance that I have to restore now. Wishes do come true, a dandelion being blown in the wind. And this is something that they still hold. They had a crush on you, or they were holding on to hope. They're still perhaps holding on to a little bit of hope. And they're considering reaching out, actually. They're talking about news being on the way. Even though they feel helpless to create solutions, they still wish that they could communicate with you in the present moment. They feel like that could empower them in some way or make them feel better just by hearing your voice. We do have a Cupid's arrow coming out of nowhere. So there could be suddenness and some type of connection. We have just be. And we have an open book here. I often sometimes think of the Bible as well, but an open book. And commitment cycles for the divine feminine. All right, love, this is what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comments below for your chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you'd like to be entered for the free reading option. Be sure to check out my links for Instagram and for Etsy as well for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day.